Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Jaya Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. So we all welcome ourselves here in the daily recitation of the devotional scriptures. And today we very fortunate to listen to the Srimad Bhagavatam, and I'm very fortunate to can read and speak to so elevated devotees who want to listen to the topics of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because these devotees, these people, these souls, they're very, very rare. Kripa Sindhu Prabhu will know on the street. Not many people will be eager to hear about the pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what to speak about the pastimes of Krishna. So you all very highly elevated people, and somehow or other selected me today to speak about this. So please bless me that out of this stone-like heart, something what is very melting the heart is coming by the grace of the Guru Parampara, Srila Prabhupada, and our spiritual masters. Okay, so first of all, I started ready to speak English, but is this okay with everybody? Hast du eine Übersetzung, Kishorikund? Samira, vielen Dank. Ich habe hier das Deutsche direkt schon aufgeschlagen. Warte. Na, vielen Dank, Govinda Dev. So, we have here the Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita in one volume, and was? Das Wasser steht unterm Tisch. Hat sich versteckt. Okay. Jai Yugadama Bhavatam Nama Sankirtan. Yugadama Bhavatam Nama Sankirtan. Yugadama Bhavatam Nama Sankirtan. Yugadama Bhavatam Nama Sankirtan. Jari Bhava Bhakti Diya Nachama Bhuvan. Jari Bhava Bhakti Diya Nachamu Bhavana. Jari Bhava Bhakti Diya Nachamu Bhavana. Jari Bhava Bhakti Diya Nachamu Bhavana. Yugadama Bhavatamu Nama Sankirtan. Yugadama Bhavatamu Nama Sankirtan. Jari Bhava Bhakti Diya Nachamu Bhavan. Jari Bhava Bhakti Diya Nachamu Bhavan.
Ist es Bhuvana oder
Bhavan.
Bhavan.
Bhavana.
Bu oder Ba?
Oh, Bhuvana. Bhuvana. So, ich muss echt was mit meinen Augen machen. Hare Krishna. Ja.
Yuga Dharma Pravartaimu Nama Sankirtana.
Yuga Dharma Pravartaimu Nama Sankirtana.
Jari Bhava Bhakti Diya Nachamu Bhuvana.
Jari Bhava Bhakti Diya Nachuma Bhuvana.
Yuga Dharma Pravartaimu Nama Sankirtana.
Jari Bhava Bhakti Diya Nachamu Bhavana.
Yugadama Pavataima Nama Sankirtana Jari Bhava Bhakti Dhyana Chamupavana Yugadama Bhavataima Namu Sankirtana Jari Bhava Bhakti Dhyana Chamupavana. Ladies, somebody? Yugadama Bhakti Nama Sankirtana Jari Bhava Bhakti Dhyana Chamupavana Shri Shri Prahlad Lakshmana Singhadev Ki Jai. Okay. And all together. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hari Bol. So the Lord looks very effulgent today. Oh, Kishori Kun is taken. Also. Yeah. Jetzt hast du ein Problem. Okay. So, Gayatri spielt mit Kishorikund und wir sind hier beim I shall personally inaugurate the religion of the age. Nam Sankirtan, the congregational chanting of the holy name. I shall make the world dance in ecstasy, realizing the four mellows of loving devotional service. Haribo. And this, Srila Prabhupada, let's stand as it is. There's no purport needed. Therefore, we go to the next verse. Huh? Okay. I shall personally inaugurate the religion of the age. Nama Sankirtan! Haribo! The congregational chanting of the holy name. I shall make the world dance in ecstasy, realizing the four mellows of loving devotional service. Gayatri. Can you imagine? Who says this? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then he says, Apni karimu bhakta bhava angakare, apni achari bhakti shikhamu sabare. I shall accept the role of a devotee, and I shall teach devotional service by preaching it myself. Haribol. Yes, and there, Srila Prabhupada, he gives a purport. When one associates with a pure devotee, he becomes so elevated that he does not aspire even for sarshti, sarupya, samipya, or salokya, because he feels that such liberation is a kind of sense gratification. Pure devotees do not ask anything from the Lord for the personal benefit. Even if offered personal benefits, pure devotees do not accept them because their only desire is to satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead. By transcendental loving service, no one but the Lord Himself can teach this highest form of devotional service. Therefore, when the Lord took the place of the incarnation of Kali Yuga to spread the glories of chanting Hare Krishna, the system of worship recommended in this age, He also distributed the process of devotional service performed on the platform of transcendental spontaneous love. To teach the highest principles of spiritual life, the Lord Himself appeared as a devotee in the form of Lord Chaitanya. Okay, this verse again. I shall personally inaugurate the religion of this age. Nam Sankirtan, the congregational chanting of the holy name, I shall make the world dance in ecstasy, realizing the four mellows of loving devotional service. I shall accept the role of a devotee, and I shall teach devotional service by practicing it myself. So, what is the best advertisement? What is the best advertisement? Happiness, yeah. But if you have a carpenter, you give a successful example. Yeah, but about what? If you're a carpenter, you made a nice soft couch. What is the best advertisement, first of all? With what? With the couch, yeah. You're happy with the couch. Because the best is you sit by yourself on the couch. And while you're sitting on the couch, you look very happy. When you're sitting on the couch and everybody thinks, oh, this doesn't look comfortable, right? But if you sit on the couch, oh, that's such a ecstatic couch. It's so ecstatic. You wanna come with me? Have a seat. Sit on this couch, and the next person comes and he feels, oh, this must be ecstatic, and he sits down. Yeah, that's ecstatic, right? That's the ecstatic couch. So in the same way, the Lord, he became a devotee. He became a carpenter and made a very ecstatic couch. Nam Sankirtan. And it is, as Srila Prabhupada said here, to teach the highest principle of spiritual life. So we're doing lots of inter-religious or interfaith preaching, and there we hear so many kind of conceptions. Last week I had in the evening a meeting with some interreligious group, and the theme was love of God. So now, we can fill hours of conversations about that, but I got 2 times 6 minutes, But the others also, there was a Muslim man and a Christian man. And there, of course, in all the scriptures, there are some principles about love, but not as distinguished in our scriptures. This is so much. It's so much detailed information. For example, in the Bible, we have Paul. Paul, he speaks in the letter to the Corinth, the Korinther. He speaks the praise of love. I didn't search it up. So there's some, no. Somebody heard about it? It's like he really glorifies the process of love, and it comes actually our tradition of bhakti quite near. But this is just some shallow explanations about the nature of love. Most of the 2 other panels, they call us panels. The most other panels, the Christian and the Muslim, they start to speak something then about their own experience of love. And of course, our own experience of love can help us to understand the nature of love. We always give the example if some young person, he to fall in love. The pure kind of love is actually a very spiritual undertaking, because it's mostly free of all material things. You don't have to eat, you don't think about sleeping, you don't think about anything else, only this one person. And if some person, imagine yourself back in school days, and there was some kind of sweetheart, whatever you were looking out for, and you made arrangements that you walk every day in some kind of ways that you maybe pass by this person and have just a look, and somebody else maybe mentioned the name of the person, and you so completely thrilled, or you could, what did you say? tell me about this person. You spoke about this person. Tell me more about this person. And this is actually how we should be when we hear the name of the Lord. When we hear Krishna, we should immediately be, like, what? What did you say? I remember when I joined. I mean, my process of joining was took me 10 years to join, more or less. From my first book to my I actually entered into the ashram. But it became then more and more, in the end it became more and more, I thought I gained some fever. It became more and more like, Krishna. And in this time, the devotees from Berlin, they traveled in Leipzig, namely mostly Sabuch Prabhu, who in this time had the title Ossipad, because he delivered all the Aussie lands. And they had some stickers of Krishna, and I found them in the city. I started already chanting by reading the books. I started already chanting, and I walked around in the city, and suddenly I saw on some light poles, I saw a sticker of Krishna, and it was like, that's a sign, that's a sign. I didn't know the devotees in this time. I just was on myself, kind of had the books of Srila Prabhupada, and I thought I'm the only person in the world who reads these books, because they came from different. So here, reading these books, some friends gave me. They met devotees on the street. I only met them once when I was 19. And in the meantime, I got some books from people who met them, but I didn't meet any one of them. So and then it became more and more closed. And then I got to know people who are practicing it, and then they came to our town. And this was immediately I knew I wanna be one of them. They were so cool. Muni Varaha, Chaitanya, Prachananda, they were there, and Praj Kishore, and no, Krishna Kumar was not there, but Andaranga Shakti, I remember, they were all in saffron, and they were so pure, and I really thought like they really come from heaven, And there was a young Bhakta, Tim. You all know who is this now. And he told me, although he doesn't believe me today that he said this, but he told me today, Frauen sind leidvoll. Was? Leidvoll? I never heard this before. Expression, leidvoll. Huh? What is the meaning? Full of suffering. What was, of course, quite a statement, but anyway. We know now, and he himself knows now also that they're not lightful. Lightful is our mind. And this was something what really thrilled me in this time. And when I finally had the opportunity to come to the temple, I really felt like I'm coming home, and I never wanted to leave this place. But if all love, when in contact with matter, becomes contaminated, as you, after a while, you think you first in love and everything, nothing can distract you from your object of love, but suddenly matter clicks in, and then you see everything under, kind of. First you see love means what we learned also in Bhakti program, and what is confirmed in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Love is like the sun, and lust is like intense darkness. So, or love, Mahaprabhu says, love is like gold, while lust is like silver. So we come with love, we made out of love. That's a very cool statement. Or you can, every esoteric meeting you can, blow up with this. We made out of love. Oh, Prabhu. No? But this is. I mean, the personal God Himself is love,
And even this crack up all esoteric meetings. But it is like that. God is only full of himself. He's Atmaram. He's completely in himself satisfied. Because he has all this love inside. And then this love, we are made out of this love. Because God created us after his image. So meaning also of his spiritual image. And we full of love. Therefore, we looking for this. We looking everywhere. We want to be. Everybody want to fall in love, isn't it? Even the strongest brahmachari, in his back is always like, oh, what will happen if I fall in love? We want to fall in love because we really much we want to experience this ecstasy of being completely absorbed in that love. We don't want to, it's like a distraction. Oh, material thing is like a distraction. When you're in love, you have to eat something because your stomach's, you can hardly walk anymore. But you think, oh, it's so, it's so painful to be distracted from my thoughts about my beloved person. So we all want to fall in this ecstasy of love because we made out of that. But as soon we come in contact with matter, and soon love comes in contact with matter, we start to think, okay, but in the end, what is there for me? Right? In the beginning, we are all, every love movie is made out of, baby, I will bring you down all the stars. Tell me which one. Tell me which one you want. And guess what? You mean it. Oh, Govindadev. You mean it. You mean, yes, I bring it down. Tell me which one. I bring it. After a while you think, wait a second, which star you bring for me? I also want to have a star. And in this way, matter clicks in. And it turns into lust. And lust is so strong. Lust is so strong that in the end it covers love. And the only thing what we feel is, what is there for me? I want to be in control. I want to be in love. I want to be the first one. I want to be in lust, actually. I want to gratify my own senses. I don't care about the senses of the Lord. Now, we had this discussion some days ago with Bhaktavitu Prabhu. When we come to India, there is or Indians, they have a saying, in the West, you marry that person you love, right? Nina, what you would say? You would marry the person you love, right? And everybody would say, Chai, very, very good. Yeah, very good. But they say in India, we love that person what we marry. Stefan Mettlik. Oh. There's a difference. It sounds similar, but there is a difference. There's a difference because in West, everything in the beginning, it has to feel right. Right? People come to the ashram and they want to feel. Does it feel right? How the people are they, how they are interacting? Does it feel right for me? And if it doesn't feel right, then they go. I once had a lady on the street. I present her Bhagavad Gita, and she brought out her key and started to pencil over it. Say, no, it's not for me. What? Your key is a key. Come on, No. Goodbye. Kripa Sindhu, you had people penciling over the books? Yes. With the key? Stone. Oh, stone, yeah. Well, I had the other tutor of pendlers. She just used her key. Don't know what key it was. Maybe it's BMW. No, too expensive. Your book. Don't give your donation. No, I don't know. So it has to feel right. And if it doesn't feel right, we reject it. In India, it's different because
And this is what we Westerners then, out of we marry, sorry Nina, don't offense, we married that person what we love. And then we look to India and say, oh, just look, this girl got married when she was 12 years old. How dare the parents are, And she got married, actually, for the first time, she met her husband when she was 8 years old. And he was 10 or something like that. And we will think that's so cruel. That's so unhuman. Huh? But what happens actually is that the parents, they come together, and first of all, the parents think, okay, it would be nice to be in a family with that person, with that man. He's a decent man. He has quite some money. Look at his belly. He can maintain himself, as one can see. And the wife can good cook. She's a good cook. So if the mother is a good cook, the daughter probably is also a good cook. That's very good. I would associate with them. And then they make a visit to their house. And they look around in the house. Clean. Very good. They have some, look in the cupboards, the phone cupboard is open, everything looks good. How's the toilet? This is also for Westerners. Having a clean toilet is very much appreciated by everybody. Although the most dirty things going on, the toilet should be clean. My grandmother, she had the policy, out of the toilet you could eat. Of course, you never do, but it should be as clean as that. Anyway, you look at the toilet, say, yes, very clean, very good, very good. And then, after they think, oh, that would be nice, then they call the astrologer. And then this astrologer is not some guy who, opens a MacBook and then, bring some computer. Matching 99.9%. Very good. You buy the stone, it will help you. Stone is, I don't know how many millions of rupees then. Pure gold. Pure emerald in gold. Close MacBook. No, this astrologer, he is one who knows the family since generations, who did the chart maybe for the father already, and he knows them. And then he meets with the astrologer of the other family, who also knows the family. And then these astrologers meet. Maybe they also, astrologers often also kind of matchmakers, and they know, what's going on. And then don't just look what the computer spits out. They have their calculations, and then they think, okay, this is the opportunity what this couple will have. But knowing them, knowing the father, knowing the chart of the father, knowing the chart of the mother, and knowing the chart of the other mother and the other father, we guess they will decide this way, because this has something to do also with knowledge of the surrounding, right? And then they will say, we come to an agreement. Yes, very good match. That fits very well. So, and until this point, the boy and the girl even didn't see each other. Maybe they saw, but there was nothing. They didn't even think about it. And then they don't say, you see, to an 8-year-old girl, to an 8-year-old girl, they don't say, this is your husband. No, they say here, this boy, you want to make some cookies for him. Make some sundaes, make some sweet. So she immediately thinks, oh yeah, okay. She uses her skills, what she learned from her mother, to make him some kind of nice preparation. And her first thing, what she is service. She does some service. Now, to the other boy, who's 10 years old, they may say, look, this is your future wife. They never tell this to the girl first, because the girl puts her mind on somebody, then it's done for her. In this moment, as we heard in the lectures the days before, if a girl puts her heart on somebody, The first one, he is the one. This is such a deep samskara. All other relationships you will have later on, she will look out for this first relationship. If this first relationship, in the West we speak about many relationships, but the first one is the one who counts. That's the imprint. He sets the scene. That's very important to understand. And the girl always will look after this one man. She never will forget it. If he was a very good man, she will, nobody will satisfy her. And if he was a rascal, she think every man is a rascal. So that's very, very important. The first man, what the girl chooses. And this moment they say, yeah, this will be your husband. It's done for her. So they're still giving a little bit of time, but they tell the boy, this will be your future wife. And the boy, seeing an 8-year-old girl, he doesn't think immediately, wow. No, he sees an 8-year-old girl and he thinks, oh, I have to protect her. So this is the mindset where they get to know each other. Service and service by protection. Right? And this is a very strong unit. And dealing often with Indian people who come here for samskaras, sometimes he thinks, that's an odd couple. He's maybe, kind of attractive young man, and she's a little bit choppy, but they're having babies together. But they're very happy. They're very kind of, it's like a unit, it doesn't come in the mind, whatever, because they know each other since they were very young. And the relationship is based on service, and therefore they love whom they marry. And this now brings us, what has this to do with us, with our process, with Chaitanya Charitamrita? Because this is what Mahaprabhu, he teaches us. Love whom you marry. Love the religious cult you join. And how you do that? By doing service. Do a little bit. And how he teaches it? He does it by himself. It's so easy. Prabhupada said, devotional service is so easy, you might miss it. It's so easy, you might miss it. And we have Chaitanya Charitamrita and Bhagavatam is full of philosophy. Because you can make it complicated. For the complicated. Or for the one who is simple, it is so simple. Love is such a simple thing. When I was in my years, when I was still brahmachari, I asked my guru, do not ask this question. And I don't mean is the earth flat or where the jiva comes from. No, this question brahmacharis never ever should ask. Should I change my ashram? What do you think, Gurudev? And he said, well, I don't know, first of all, how you will maintain yourself. And then he said, and Grihastha life is so complicated. And then he said, well, actually, they make it complicated. Right? We make it complicated because it's all of this, and it's all about matter, and it's all about whatever, But actually, it's so simple. It's so simple if you just follow the simple process. And so Mahaprabhu, he just comes and does it himself. And to chant the holy name, to do Nam Sankirtan, this is our process, what awakens our love. This is what awakens our love, because if as we said before, if you're in love with a person, the only name will thrill you, right? And so by calling out this name, we getting used to this name, and we get used to this person we supposed to love. Now, on top of it, the name Krishna has a very deep spiritual potency. it automatically, it will clean our heart. It will give us the opportunity to experience love. So therefore, this is such an important process. And going out doing this, unfortunately, I mean, in a situation, it's not so easy at the moment, but I'm looking forward to do this again, to come out with you guys, maybe a little bit earlier, go in the street and chant. We did this if you have a city temple like Berlin and Leipzig, it was like regular. We just go out and start to chant. We can do this also here, and we did this here. We made a big round after the Gorati. In the summertime, we made a big round, chanted to the cows, and guess what? They became ecstatic. They all came to the fence and were looking. And then we went to Knaus, and then up around the, how you say, wie ist er, der immer zu Tribanga kommt, der Bauer? Schmöller. And opposite Schmöller there are a meadow with horses on it, right? And these horses, they became wild. They were running like crazy when they heard us coming. And guess what? Even in this time, Sharna, she visited and she could see it. We were all kind of, wow, that's, and we came up here, and then this neighbors who up in the corner, who has the Fesels, they were all standing there and were waving at us, and people become ecstatic. And so it's nice to go to Passa. Of course, we have a bigger outreach. We have a greater outreach. We meet more people, right? It's like a spreader. Nowadays, the cities, they close because they're spreaders of the coronavirus. But we using these hotspots because we know they are spreaders of the holy name. From there, everybody will be affected with the holy name. So therefore, we go there. Makes sense. But Naga Sankirtan is where you chant at your place. And that doesn't mean necessarily only the temple room. Why not? Why not go out in the meadows? Why not purifying the area, the trees, the creepers? It all becomes holy. It is already. So that's a very, very important thing to do. Now, Prabhupada says here, if you have, the association of a pure devotee. So we look out for this pure devotee, right? But it's not so easy to find a pure devotee, because guess what? A pure devotee who has Hare Krishna? Yeah. If you have, if somebody has love for the Lord, has love for God, if somebody is in love, he doesn't show it. Or if you're in love with somebody and somebody points out, Augusta, are you in love with that girl? Say, no. Why? What do you think? Why you think like that? Or become embarrassed. Same time, if somebody points out somebody who has love for the Lord, this person is embarrassed because he knows it will distract my sadhana. It will distract my bhajan. Because when I'm recognized, whatever, maybe people will come up and praise me, and this is completely distraction. Therefore, we know Gokishore Das Babaji, they lived in the forest without anybody coming near them. And if somebody came near them, especially Gokishore Das Babaji, he would scare them away. Yeah? Once a person came to him and said, Babaji Maharaj, I wanna be your disciple. And he said, yes, very good. And he said, no, yeah, but you can, I want to serve you. He said, okay. You come to my house. I said, no, why should come to my house? There I can serve you. I have a big house. You have your own room. I will cook for you. My wife will cook for you. You become our, you live with us, Guruji. And Gokishore Das Babaji said, no.
You live with me, you stay with me, you stay here with me, and you live with me in my hut, and it's very nice. You can serve me here in my hut and can cook for me and say, no, you live in my hut, no, you stay with my hut. And this person run away because, this is too much, And Gorky showed this point, very good. Now you see him, you see how he want to serve me. Yeah. So this is the pure devotee, the person who wanna be pure, wanna be recognized. He does everything that everybody maybe sees. Look at my chanting. Look at how I give class. Look how I worship the deity. Look how I eat prasadam. He wanna, the pure devotee. He keeps always the lid on the pot when it's steaming, because he doesn't want it that anybody see that something is steaming in there. When he cooks spaghetti or something or cook rice, and then it comes out, and you kind of keep it closed. But the person who wanna be recognized, he keeps the lid open and let the old steam come out, that everybody see I'm cooking something here, right? There was in Navadvip in this time, there was Mahaprabhu. After he led kirtan, at one point he called out, Pundarik, Father, where are you? When will you come here? And the devotees thought, Pundarik is a regular name what he used for worship. Maybe he means, for sure he means Krishna. But it happened many times that the Lord, after the kirtan, he started, Pundarik, where are you? And he started crying and weeping. And the devotees were, Nimai Pandit, who is this? Who is this Pundarik? Who is this Pundarik? Is some special person? We wanna know that person. Must be very fortunate person when you cry out for him. So, but nobody knew who it was. But Mahaprabhu, he knew that I think Chattakram, Pundarik Vidyanidhi was born in Chattakram. I don't know. He knew that this person arrived there, and who was Pundarik Vidyanidhi in the Krishna Leela? Anybody knows? Yes, was Rishabhanu, the father of Radharani. And therefore Mahaprabhu called out, Father, where are you? All right? But nobody knew who is Pundarik Vidyanidhi except one person. And this was Mukunda. Mukunda Dutt and his brother Vasudev Dutt. And Mukunda Dutt, he was a very good friend with Gadadhar. And Gadadhar Prabhu, Gadadhar Prabhu is in the age of Mahaprabhu. So amongst all the devotees in Navadvip, actually Mahaprabhu was kind of the youngest, and Gadadhar was his age, kind of a classmate of him, or in the same kind of grade, something like that. So Gadadhar didn't had a spiritual master or something like that. And Mukunda knew this Pundarik Vidyanidhi. He arrived from Chattakram in Navadvip. And he thought, okay, I will give Gadadhar a special opportunity, a special darshan. And so Mukunda told Gadadhar, you know what? This Pundarik, he appeared in Navadvip. You want to visit him? Said, oh yeah, that must be a very exalted person, because Mahaprabhu, he always speaks about him. So yeah, let's go to him. And Gadadhar thought, he will meet a sadhu. But when they came to the house of Pundarik Vidyanidhi, there was a man with, oiled hair, perfumed, it's like a cloud of smell of perfume around him. It was oiled and everything. His lips were red
because he was always chewing betel nut. He had a very soft, from this carpenter, he had a very soft couch where he was sitting on. And he had very elaborate brass lamps around him who made very, very nice light around him. And he had some kind of water pots, what was decorating him. In Vedic times in India, if you put kind of expensive or nice water pots, is some kind of very, relevant decoration, right? And on top of it, there were two servants who were fanning him. And he was sitting there and chewing betel. And Gadadhar said, where is this Pundarik? And Mukunda said, wait. Because Mukunda could understand that in the mind of Gadadhar was like, is this holy man? Look at this sense enjoyer. He is sitting there enjoying himself. That's not right. That is not as it should be. And then Mukunda, because Mukunda was a natural singer, he started to sing from the Srimad Bhagavatam about the special role of Putana. How Putana, although she was a witch, and she smeared her breasts with poison, and she tried to poison Krishna. She tried to poison God. No? Still, she was awarded the position of a mother, and she attained in the spiritual heaven. When this Pundarik heard these verses sung in so nicely for Mukunda, he ran in a fit. He threw everything away. His hair scattered, his clothes scattered, everything. He kicked everything, and he went in a fit what lasted for 6 hours. He became immediately ecstatic. For 6 hours, he could not speak with me. He just was there without even breathing. This is a symptom of highest ecstasy. You know, you see in the Goswamis or in Mahaprabhu, they bring a cotton wool and they hold it in front to see if still something is moving, and you can see something moving. There was once this. I forgot what was it, but it was Rupa Goswami. He went in such kind of ecstasy. And they brought some cotton wool and hold it in the nose in front of Rupa Goswami, and guess what? It catched fire. Because Rupa Goswami, his ecstasy was so deep that fire came out of his nose. So Pundarik Vidyanidhi, for 6 hours he was in this state. And when Gadadhar saw what happened, he understood, oh my goodness, oh my God, I made a great offense. This is really a pure devotee. And I should never look from the externals. You know, because again, the pure devotee, he is hidden. He don't want to be recognized. He does everything that nobody recognizes his internal bhajan. We see this so many times in Srila Prabhupada, where he kept it hidden. He didn't want to go in this direction. You know, we hear some examples. There's a famous example where Prabhupada was singing Charitamrita Madhava, and then went in some kind of ecstasy, and for how long he was kind of gone. Yeah. Yeah, it was obvious. Or sometimes devotees were saying, you know, when Prabhupada came in the room, of course, all the devotees made obeisances, right? And some devotees, they were looking up to see Prabhupada's feet, but they didn't see it because they said Prabhupada walked some centimeters above the ground. Why not? Yudhishthira, it happened to Yudhishthira, right? Till he said, Ashwatthama, the elephant, is dead. Right? Anyway, so this is something what we learn here, and yes, of course, we should. This is actually our Yuga Dharma. This verse is actually our, how to say, our mission. This is where we find ourselves as Gaudiya Vaishnavas, cultivating devotional service by doing Nam Sankirtan in all different directions with our voices, with our books, or the books of Srila Prabhupada, with our service. And in this way, we are giving an example. We follow in the footsteps of Mahaprabhu because we give an example. This is actually this is everything what Prabhupada did. He just took this what he got and took it to the West. And he didn't say, I'm the guru and you have to do this. He did it by himself. The hippies came and were sitting around stoned in the storefront. Right? And what Prabhupada did? He cooked for them. He cooked delicious feast for them, vegetarian feast. For them this was like, my goodness, this all vegetarian? It's so delicious. Right? And they came for quite a while, and Prabhupada did this quite a while. He cooked for them. And after the hippies, they were kind of satisfied, they went out again, doing whatever hippies doing. And Prabhupada washed all the dishes, washed the pots, cleaned everything. And next day he went out shopping again, he bought everything, all the boga, all the ingredients, all the spices, what was not so easy to get us in New York. Right? And then the hippies came again. He again cooked for them and explained, this is dal, this is chapati. Till, after a while, some devotees said, oh, Swamiji, should we help you? Can we help you cleaning? Then Prabhupada said, yes. They were inspired by him, seeing this old man serving us. So let's do something for him. And this is how it started. So it's our example. It's our example. And when we have Indian guests, sometimes they're very they're very astonished because we doing this. We doing some Hare Krishna. Some Indians, they come here, they do, what you doing? I doing IT. You do IT? Yes? Yeah. So thing in Western world, everybody does IT. So therefore, but then finally you come to a temple, to an Indian temple. You're from South India. Yeah. Nrsimha Swami is your family deity. Yeah. Therefore you come here, and then we see a bunch of white people and speaking stuff what you actually should tell us. But it's like this. But this was Prabhupada's plan. He thought, okay, Indian people, they're looking to the West. Right? So I go to the West and teach the Westerners. And when the Indian people look to the West, what will they see? White Indians. And then in this way, Indians can appreciate their own culture again. That is kind of a hidden agenda of Srila Prabhupada. It's very, very intelligent, tricky. And now we sitting here and following this example what Srila Prabhupada gave us, and in this way we are inspiring. But this means we have to be inspired ourselves. We have to know why we do this. What is the gain? What is the benefit? So why we do this? This is the last question. Why do we do this? What do we want?
To be with Krishna.
What?
To be with Krishna.
Why? Why you want to be with Krishna?
Makes us happy.
What?
Makes us happy.
Yeah, everybody want a happiness. We heard for, I don't know, how many days, always the same lecture of Bhaktivedanta Goswami from Mark. It was actually a very nice lecture. He said, is the point, everybody want to be happy. But is it? Do we just want to be happy? We want love. Yeah, we want love, and then we will be loved. But we don't looking out for this partner, this soulmate. It comes along maybe as well, but we want to be loved by the supreme lover. We want to be loved by God, and this we only can claim if we love Him. So what we want, actually, we want to have love, or we want to have love for God. Who want to have love for God? Hands up. Seriously? Who want to get out of his body today to reach this love? Oh, two hands, Thomas. Very good. After breakfast, yeah. Yeah. Now that's our goal. And we are here, each and every ISKCON center. Definitely I say ISKCON center. Each and every ISKCON center is a school for learning how to love. A love school. And this again you can bring in every esoteric meeting. They will be in ecstasy. Come to our ISKCON center. There are schools of love. Oh yeah. You want to join us? Yeah. Why? Because I'm made out of love. Yeah. You got it. Come, join us. So, Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Always high words. I hope that one day I can live up to this high claim what's sometimes coming out of here. But remembering, it's not me speaking, it's Srila Prabhupada and the books are speaking. So if there's any valuable things, it comes not from me. And after the class, you can remind me of the things what I said and cannot even follow by myself, that I maybe one day can really be one of you. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. Is there somebody has questions? Not yet. Sanjay? No.
Ramananda Prabhu ki
Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Shri Gurudev ki jai.